Namaskar. Welcome to this session. We are considering the prologue to the third limb of Ashtanga Yoga called asana, yogasana. So, it is to be noted that yogasana is not as it appears to be a state of body or sharira sthiti or condition of body as it is emphasized in postures. When they are performed as yogic postures, the importance is to geometry of asana, body, geometry of and structure of the body, position of the body. But if you recall, I had spoken about the federal conditions in all our other activities of our business activity of life. For you to have the recollection of it, the statements such as I am eating, I am reading, I am studying, I am walking, I am talking. In all these conditions, we saw the federalness and fragmentation in the pronoun I. Because while you are saying I am eating, at the same time you are hearing and seeing and talking and speaking and thinking. So there is fragmentation of pronoun I. If you take a microscopic view of the pronoun I in a statement such as I am taking my lunch, I am eating my food. While you are eating your food, the I is doing several things simultaneously. So that is the case of all our activities of mundane life. We do several things simultaneously. Now, in asanas, yogasanas, it is expected that the pronoun I should be in that act, what is called as poornaunsha. Not anshatmaka, but poornaunsha. That means, as far as possible, to the extent the whole should be involved in yogasanas. And for that purpose, there is particular culture. Even when you are engrossed in certain activities of your life, like I told you, reading a fiction, reading a novel, listening to music, but it is possible that you might be absorbed in such act, or you might be doing certain things with concentration, or you might do certain things with absorption. And the act therefore stands out than the other activities of life. When you are doing something with concentration, something with focus, something with involvement, that act definitely stands out from amongst the other activities where you can be doing without that involvement and focus and concentration. And I told you that that is not the case here, because even in that case, you are involved, you are focused, but the yours is not involved. Howsoever you might say that you are completely involved and absorbed in the act of reading a very interesting novel or listening to music, completely absorbed and involved, yet everything of yours is not in that involvement. It is out of the realm of the involvement. Like your metabolism is working, your respiration is working, autonomous system is working. Autonomous system is not perhaps aware of your focus and involvement. So you and yours have to be analyzed in case of sundry activity of life and a specific typical special activity of life which is done with focus, done with concentration, done with involvement. But asanas have a technology and have an ethos where the yours is equally involved in what you are doing. And the very preparatory or the very protocol of asanas accomplish that to a very great extent. You don't have a protocol to go for concentration and focused activity and involved activity. It happens. Something is involved and therefore you say you are involved. Something is undistracting, therefore you say you are concentrating. That which is not distracted, which is usually prone to distraction, is not distracted, and therefore you say you are in concentration. So what is that yours? It is your mind. So your mind needs to be focused, the mind needs to be concentrating, and then you say you are concentrating. However, philosophy tells us, metaphysics tells us that you are you and your mind is yours. Your mind is not you, your mind is yours and you are you. So even in such cases, they don't have that protocol of that kind and any technology of that kind which yoga has, and therefore the yoga is called yoga. Because of that united condition, connected conditions, oneness, connected conditions, integrations, it is called yoga, and therefore it is yogasana. So still yogasana stands out. Insofar as its structuring is concerned, the ethos is concerned, yogasana has the yoga aspect in it. Elsewhere, you don't have the yoga. In acts such as reading a very interesting novel, fascinating novel, poetry, literature, listening to music, or wherever you are involved, absorbed and concentrating. So the I, that is the me, and the mind is greatly involved in a yogasanic activity and in yoga. And that's the minimum requirement to be asanastha, yogasanastha. To be in yogasana, this is a very basic, fundamental, unique aspect that must be identified. The yoga has that trick and technology that if you are in an asana, if you are, say, in Shirshasana, it is not only that you are in the posture of Shirshasana, which is a topsy-turvy and inverted position, but your systemic body too is in inversion. Your systemic body, which includes even psychomental system, is in inversion. That is what happens in yogasana. That's why they are archetypal positions and iconographic positions. So your body, mind and breath are in Shirshasana. Your body system is in Shirshasana. Your breath system is in Shirshasana. Your mind system is in Shirshasana. But while you are reading a book or novel or totally absorbed and involved in that act, your body system, mind system, breath system do not have appeals. There are not even invitations extended. It is only that your mind should be in it. The mind should be focused. The mind should be involved. It's not the mind system, but the mind involved. Yoga has a unique concept of the system of the triad. So try to crystallize what is the difference between body and body system, breath and breath system, and mind system. So to really understand that Yogasana is a chitta vrittyasana, Yogasana is not by your body, Yogasana is not by your mind, Yogasana is not by your breath, but Yogasana is of your chitta. And the chitta is a unique concept for which there is no word in any other language. And we are making endeavor every time to understand this concept of chitta, because yoga is a chitta vijnana, and therefore we are trying to understand this unique concept. As and when it is possible, we are doing it. So this is another dimension that we are able to embark upon in exploring the concept of chitta, understanding the concept of chitta, which is the fundamental aspect in all practical practices of yoga. Be that ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, be that shaucha, santosh, tapasvadhyaya, ishapradhan, be that asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi, be that abhyasa sadhana, be that vairagya sadhana, be that tapasvadhyaya, ishapradhan. It is chitta which has to do it, and the chitta is extended an invitation to participate. Elsewhere, we do not have invitation to the whole mind stuff. There might be invitation to your mind when you are listening to music, or when you are appreciating an art form. Maybe your mind has an invitation. But we have something called as mind system. We have something called as body system and mind system and breath system. So we have to be little clear about it at this juncture as to what is the difference between body, mind and breath, and body system and mind system and breath system. So today we are going to understand this aspect, because that is important dimension to understand the chitta as a whole. Chitta is a concept on universal scale that it cannot come within our grasp in one stroke. So we will have to understand in a piecemeal manner and try to understand different dimensions of chitta, of which yoga is dealing with, and that's a very centric aspect in yoga. Chitta is something fundamental and centric aspect in the whole technology of yoga, whole philosophy of yoga, whole philosophy, religion of yoga, culture of yoga. So I begin with expression that is very much there in vernacular. All languages which are affiliated and having affinity with the mother language, Sanskrit. Like in vernacular, there is expression that my chitta is in desire. If your chitta is in desire, what of you and what in you is not in desire. So nothing can be not in desire when your chitta itself in desire. When the chitta is turbulent, nothing in you is non-turbulent. Nothing of you is in a non-turbulent condition. If the chitta is turbulent, the whole of you, the entire of you is in turbulence. This is an expression that comes in vernacular languages. If the chitta is agitated, everything in you, you and everything in you, yours, is in total agitation. If the chitta is irritated, the whole of you is irritated. Nowhere it is exceptionally possible that your chitta is irritated but something in you is not irritated. Chitta is agitated but something of you and in you is not agitated. This is not possible. This is the concept of chitta, so pervasive to your entire manifestation, your entire avatar, your entire being, gross to subtle, to physical to psychic, phenomenal to nominal. So chitta is such a pervasive concept. It is not only having reference to your mind and mind matter, but even the body. So that's why vernacular language has this expression, because they have taken the word and concept of chitta, which is there in parental language. So chitta is a complete aspect of you. Even the skin, which is the surface, the topographical aspect of your physical body, is chaitik. There is something of the chitta. It is manifestation of chitta, even the topographical surface of your body, which is the skin, which is covering your embodiment. So many times it so happens that your body is vexed, but the mind is not vexed. And if you recall, we had considered this ayuta siddha sambandham, yuta siddha sambandham, inseparable relationship and separable relationship which exists between body and mind. The body can be in tatters, but the mind not. The mind in tatters, but body not. So there is such relationship as well as relationship of the nature of ayuta siddha sambandha, that means body in tatters, therefore mind too in tatters, mind in tatters, therefore body too in tatters. And we had considered this on an earlier occasion when we were in the prologue to Yogasana. The point is, the chitta in vernacular has a unique meaning. In that case, they don't say my mind is tormented. They say my chitta is tormented. When it is the expression that chitta is tormented, everything in you, nothing is insulated to torment. Everything in you, you and yours and in you is tormented. That's the pervasiveness of the chitta as against lack of pervasiveness of your mind, which is not the word for chitta, but then we are used to conveniently use that way. That's a misnomer to consider the mind itself as a chitta, or chitta itself as mind. Anyway, so the chitta, the word has come in vernacular, and it is completely pervading, subsuming, circumscribing the entire embodiment from gross to subtle, physical to to beyond. Physical to mental and beyond. So when the chit is said to be in agony, worry, or disarray, everything of you and yours completely in disarray. So yogasanas are something which are done by chit. And therefore I have been telling you that it is complete, the holistic act, in the sense WHO whole. The whole of you, yours, in you, they all orchestrate an asana. They all come together. In the last session, I told you about the internal community activity. So there is hundreds of trillions of cells, and all that is making your embodiment is completely involved, and it is in one single mission when it is yogasana. And therefore we now came to the point of discussion today that there is something called body system, breath system and mind system. This is for our convenience. I am trying to make this division for analysis. So the whole body system is to be understood. It is composed by body, mind and breath. But it is one kind of constitution whereby it is said to be body system. So you can understand the importance of and highlighted condition of body matters, which is made up of skin, flesh, muscles, bone, tissue, cells, cavities, etc., which is made up of anatomy and the anatomical organs. So that becomes prominent, the constituent of body system. And therefore one must be familiar with, or rather in imparting yoga, the teacher clan should make students aware of certain concepts with which common man is not familiar. We are familiar with a concept called anatomy, anatomical body, skeletal-muscular body, anatomical body. But there is also something that is called anatomical breath and anatomical mind. So the teacher clan must make aware the students about it. Necessary education should be given, and certain envisionments are to be given for students to conceive that there is anatomical body, there is anatomical breath, and there is anatomical mind. We can be aware of body as much as the body can be aware of ourselves. We can be sensitive about the body as much as the body can be sensitive about an embodiment, whole embodiment. It's not only that we are aware of body and body is aware of nothing in us or nothing that is integral to us. Like if you touch your tip of the index finger with tip of the thumb, now you know both the tip of the index finger and the tip of the thumb both are encased with a tactile organ of touch sensation. But then it is possible that index finger can feel the thumb and thumb can feel the index finger. Thumb can be felt by index finger can be felt by thumb. They can feel each other, they can feel themselves. So if your index finger skin has become rough, For any reason, thumb will tell you the skin has become rough. If the thumb skin has become rough, index finger will tell you that the thumb skin has become rough. So, the index finger can sense the touch, and index finger can be also object of touch. The thumb can be sensing the touch, while the thumb itself can be object of touch. So this should be understood by the students, that our skin is not just a tactile organ, but it can be also an object of tactile perception. So it is instrument of tactile perception and object as well. When your hand is feeling the skin of your soles of the feet, the soles of the feet will feel the skin of your palm, and the palm will feel the skin of your soles of the feet. If you move your hand over your face, the hand will sense the skin of the face, and the skin of the face will sense your skin of the palm. So, it should be understood that the body has awareness, and body is object of awareness. So, in body system, the body, you are aware of body, the body is aware as well. You are aware of body, body is aware of you. Body is aware of yours. Body is aware of your things. Now what are these your things? Your things means body, mind and breath in asana. So the body is aware, body is awared, body is having awareness. And body also gives awareness. Body has awareness, body gives awareness, body takes awareness, body receives awareness, body dispenses awareness. But the body system is comprising of body, mind and breath. And that is why, as I just now said, one must be given this kind of education about that there is anatomical breathing and there is anatomical mind as well. The body is not just body. These are not three different things: body, mind, breath. The physical chemistry will tell you that this is body and this is breath and this is mind. And therefore, we are prone to classify something as body matter and breath matter and mind matter. So in body system, there is body, mind and breath. It is composed of body matter, mind matter, breath matter. It is constituted by body organ, mind organs and breath organs. Now this is typical of a living body and more pronounced in asanic endeavor or yogasanic endeavor. So the concept of body system must be crystallized, which is constituted by body, mind and breath in particular proportion, whereby it is called body system. Similarly, there is breath and breath system. A breath system is again constituted by body, mind and breath, but in such a way that it therefore gets designated as or tagged as or labeled as breath system. So also the mind system. So, in classical way of imparting asanas, the student must be made aware of body, mind and breath and their interactions and interplays, and then the strands, and with the strands what comes up is a body system concept and breath system concept and mind system concept. All the three are constituted by body, mind and breath. But because of particular proportion and particular highlighted condition, prominence, the classification comes up as body system, breath system and mind system. The constituents are same. So it should be understood, rather it should be a part of formal education to one who is learning yoga in the way and in the portal of yogasanas. This awareness should be given that every asana has a particular posture as an aspect, and not just exclusive but as an aspect. There is a posture, there is gesture, and if I may say so, there is something that can be called as breathesture, for which one needs to observe the normal, voluntary, mechanical, the involuntary breathing in every asana. Asana is not just characterized by the body posture, but there is inherent, very organic, very spontaneous, very involuntary breathing typical to that position of the body, condition of the body. So there is not only a posture in a yogasana, there is also breathesture in a yogasana, and there is also expected to be a gesture in yogasana. Gesture is with regards to the mind system, the breathesture is with regards to breath system, and the posture is with regards to body system. So one must start identifying in any and every yogasana what is the posture, and not just perfect the posture and practice the posture and master the posture. What is the breathesture? What is the breathing process? Natural, organic to that position of the body. Like for instance, if you are lying down in Supta Virasana, how is the breathing? Natural to your position, because you are lying down in Supta Virasana. How the breathing is also typical to that position. Therefore, it is not just a posture. It is not only that the body is in particular position, but the breathing also is typical to it. That is the breathesture aspect which I am trying to articulate. Now, as against it, if you come up and do Utthita Virasana, that is, or the upright Virasana, sitting in Virasana, it is not only that our body has changed from supine position of Virasana, Vajrasana to seated position of Vajrasana, Virasana, the breathing constellation changes, breathing process changes, very natural to the position. If you do Adhomukha Virasana and bend forward and stretch your arms over the head, not only that your body has taken third position, the breathing physiology also has taken third position. So the student clan should be made to observe these changes and should be literate about the concept of posture, breathesture, So also gesture. In an asana, your mind also takes a compatible state. Mind relaxed in Supta Virasana, mind relaxed in seated Virasana, mind relaxed in Adho Mukha Virasana. These are different relaxations. Mind quiet in Shirshasana, mind quiet in Sarvangasana. These are different quietudes. Mind quiet in Shirshasana, mind quiet in Viparita Dandasana. These are different quietudes. Mind quiet in Shirshasana, mind quiet in Paschimottanasana. These are different configurations of the mind. Although the description is identical, that the mind is quiet, the mind is serene, mind is relaxed. So that corresponds to your position of the body. And therefore there is something called as gesture. And in asanas, these three aspects must be given prominence in reading those, in instating those, in handling those, in structuring those, and evolving those. It is not just to do with something with a posture and say that it is a way to perfect a yogasana. We must understand the importance of handling the body and posture, breath and breathesture, mind and gesture. And that is implied when asanas are said to be chitta vrittyasana. So this minimum consideration is important. So in any asana, try to characterize the posture, gesture, breathesture. How it is naturally, spontaneously, organically and involuntarily fading in. Then, what can we do for posture? We just try to improve the postures and we think that is the way for progress. What can be done for posture is taken care of by most of the sincere students. But also what can be done with breathesture is also to be considered. What can be done with gesture is also to be considered. And then we must learn the composite handling. There is no point in having imbalance. The posture improved at the cost of gesture, posture improved at the cost of breathesture, the breathesture improved at the cost of posture, breathesture improved at the cost of gesture, gesture improved at the cost of posture, gesture improved at the cost of breathesture. This is a lack of skill. This must be overcome. We are supposed to handle these compositely, collectively, simultaneously. These are strands of structuring an asana. So they are all intertwined in an asana. So when they are intertwined, if you want the strands of the rope to be a firm and tight rope, all the strands, whatever 2, 3, 4 strands in a rope, they must be tight and straight. One of them cannot be loose and say that the rope is firm. So we have to handle the strands of the rope. If there are 3 or 4 strands in a rope, we must handle all the 3, 4 strands in the rope. We must tighten them. Then only the rope will be tight. So similarly, the intertwined condition of posture, gesture, breathesture is an aspect of asanic engineering. So what are these strands made up of? Body system, breath system, mind system. Now, there is hardly any chance that something of you phenomenally is left out when you are handling body system, breath system, mind system. Less chance of anything not attended to. Very little chance that something in you not attended. If you just attend to body, many things are not attended to. If you attend to breath, many things are not attended to. If you attend to mind, many things are not attended to. But body system, mind system, breath system, all of which are composed of some factor of body, mind and breath, and different factors of body, mind and breath, almost you circumscribe the whole thing. So that is why this concept of body system, breath system, mind system must be crystallized by observations, by comprehensions, by handling, engineering, and the skill, the propriety, the proportion, and the balanced state. It is so important. Then almost nothing of you and yours will fall out of your radius of execution and activity and consideration. So there is a chance of you circumscribing the whole aspect of you which is embedded in the term chit. So the point is, we must be familiar with these concepts of body system, mind system and breath system. So almost the entirety of you, which is I, me, mine, in me, will be circumscribed. Then you will realize that asanas are not only to be done on body. It is not only that I should be doing asana should be doing something on me. This is how it becomes a reformative process. If something is done on very pronounced you are sculpted, you are carved, you are processed, you are treated, you are handled, and that is how there is chance of you getting reformed. And that's how yogasana or yogic practices are reformative processes. So there has to be chitta pradhanyam, for which we have to figure out the technology. And the teacher clan should help student figure out that, because then only they will have some education to commence yogasana. And that is why the asanas would become holistic in the sense WHOLE, whole. And if you start understanding dynamics, each part of the body is worked, each part of the body is working, each part of the body is subserving, each part of the body is subserved. Each aspect of the mind is participating, each aspect of your mind is subserved and subserving. The breath is also active, activating, subserved and subserving. Like the expression for an asana is I am doing an asana. The I is doing, I is benefactor, I is beneficiary, I is subserving, I is subserved. That's how it happens to I am in the syntax. Then doing, the verb. The verb doing will go through all these treatments, being benefactor and being beneficiary, being subserved and being subserving, being subservient and being subserved, and being addressed and addressing, being used and using, and the predicate in the sentence, I am doing a yogasana, an yogasana. The yogasana, the predicate, is done, is doing, is subserving, is subserved, is benefactor, is beneficiary, is receiving, is dispensing, is taking, is giving. So in the education of yoga, this prismatic process is to be identified and read. So the learner, the student should be made aware of this and should be given the necessary education to figure out, I am doing an asana. Asana is subserved, subserving, used, using, applied, applying. Similarly, the pronoun I, subjective entity, is going through all those phases, and the instrumental entity or the verb to is given the rotational, 360 degree rotational handling. So I am doing an asana, the noun, verb, predicate. Noun is given 360 degree treatment. Verb is given 360 degree treatment. And predicate is given 360 degree treatment. So that's the syntactical perspective that I am trying to present. Now, in order to see how yoga has a scheme to really circumscribe and make it very, very, very inclusive process, and to take care to see that nothing is left out, there is a scheme for rendering an asana, and that is called the Ashtadasha Mahakriyas of Yogasana. So one needs to be familiar with the 18 Mahakriyas of asanas, Ashtadasha Mahakriyas of asanas, and these must be learnt in piecemeal manner, stage by stage. And when one is familiar with this, then starts handling the 18 Mahakriyas, and then that will be a proper launch pad for Yogasanas, nothing being excluded, nothing being deprived, nothing being left out, nothing being not considered. So in order to be circumspect in handling an asana, the Ashtadasha Mahakriyas must be crystallized. Then you will identify how the entirety of you, the gross and subtle, visible, invisible, phenomenal, nominal, identifiable, unidentifiable, everything is circumscribed by that process given by the technology of asanas, which speaks about Ashtadasha Mahakriyas, 18 Mahakriyas. So let's embark on this marvelous technology of asanas, which has 18 facets, called 18 Mahakriyas. So let's try to have a peep into it. Let's try to have entry into these concepts, and later start becoming more and more familiar, acquainted, and then gradually go towards proficiency, so that we have a proper foundation for yogasanas. So we are going to consider that in our next session, which continues to be prologue to asanas. So enough for the time being. Namaskar, all of you.